Hi friends, now we are in chapter 3.4 and here I want to explain about whatever so far happened in 3.1 to 3. Okay, just briefing about whatever so far we have did. Okay, starting from Excel. So the very purpose of this particular video sequence is to convert the Excel into a robust online application. That's a purpose. So starting from Excel, we converted an Excel into a JSON format using the ChatGPT and the formatted prompts. Okay. And that JSON is taken to the project and application. Okay. That is login one. And there that JSON is converted into table. I'll show you that one. We have created that in a project. Let me explain. Okay. So we got that e-college project, and under the e-college product, the table is inserted using the JSON. All those things so far completed up to 3.2. Then in 3.3, we created the physical tables in the MySQL using the SQL command from the SQL and tags. And finally, we generated, and after 2-3 minutes, we compiled. So everything is ready. The API part, both the physical database as well as the logical API, everything is ready for the Excel upload. That means you have, very successfully completed the API part, okay, of the project. Now, using the API, we are going to import the data into the database table. That's what we are going to do now. Okay, fine. So that's the purpose of this chapter 3.4. So as per that, I need to go to the project list, which I am currently here. Okay, click on the edit button of the current project. So I'll click on the edit button. So under this, they ask me to note down the table name. Say there are actually two tables. One is ESAP master. The other one is the current table, whatever we created. ESAP master is a table created by the system, which we need not worry about that one. And in future, I'll explain what's the purpose of this table. Okay. So that we will have a separate session for that. So you need not worry about that currently. Okay. The next part is the ecology. E-college student follow-up. That is a table. The table name has to be noted down for a purpose. Now I'll be going to the presentation screen where I need to know the link. Okay, I'll show you. Okay. Now after noted down the table name, open the below Google Sheet. If you click on that, this will open a Google Sheet like this. Okay. So the Google Sheet is basically in the view mode only. You cannot edit this one. So you need to make a copy of it. Fine. So what I'll do, I'll make a copy of it. So automatically it will create it makes a copy in your current Google Drive. Okay. So I'll delete this one. So initial, so that once you save in the Google Drive, you will be able to edit that one. That's the purpose we can do. Okay. Now what I need to do is, I need to replace the initial of the Google Sheet. So the initial, what is the current initial I use is eCollege, correct? So I change the name of the Google Sheet eCollege underscore ESAPS master update. Okay. The other names are need not to be changed. Only the initial alone to be changed. Okay. Fine. Make a copy. So currently this Google Sheet is being copied to my Google Drive. If you are not familiar with Google Drive, you can get help of your admin. I have some few videos on Google Drive too, so that you can refer to those things. Okay. Okay, fine. So hoping that you know the Google Drive, I'm proceeding with that. You need to have that knowledge. Okay. Now, once I open this Google Sheet, okay, that is eCollege ESAPS master update. Okay. I need to make few changes in the sheet name. Okay, one sheet is ESAP master update. I have nothing to do with that. So there is one more sheet called the second sheet sub update. Okay, it is only SUB UPDT. Okay, it is there. What is given is I need to change this, rename this sheet as rename. Okay, what I need to rename? I need to put the table name here. So that is the reason we are asked to copy the e-college and student follow. Okay, this is the actual name of the table. I'm just, I mean, you can copy paste very well, or else you can type. While typing, you should be careful that no spelling mistake is there. So that you need to verify with that. Okay, fine. So e-college student follow up and underscore sub update. So we are giving a prefix to the sub update. The prefix is nothing but the table name. That's what we are doing. Okay, fine. So far, whatever we seen in the chapter 3.4 is we have edited the current project, that is e-college, note down the table name and open the below link. This is nothing but a Google Sheet, which is in the view mode. I made a copy of it and replace the initial where the e-college is the initial for me. I'm just making a change in the initial, that is a file name of the Google Shape. Of course, after making a copy, the sheet, once I open the Google Sheet, I would be able to see two sheets. One is ESAP sub update and the other one is simply underscore sub update. This has to be renamed as table name underscore sub update. That's what we need to do. So currently, this is a change we have so far made. Okay. All right. So that I made it. Okay. Fine. Now, what is the next part? That's what we are going to do. So I'll go to the presentation. Now, I'll move on to the next slide where the existing data to be copied into the current Google Sheet. Okay, what is the existing data? The existing data is nothing but the data in your Excel. Okay, let me show that. So existing data I have in Google Sheet, and if you have in Excel also nothing wrong. You can just copy this and put it in the Google Sheet. That's what we are going to do. So actually, we will have little understanding on the existing data also. Initially, we have formatted the existing data in such a way there is no space in between the column headings. That's very important. That's what the initial change in the chapter 3.1, what we did is formatting the Excel. Correct. That during the formatting Excel, we see to that the header doesn't have any space in it. That's what we do in the very first step. Okay. Then we got into the other, the next part of it, and finally we are in the chapter 3.4. Okay. Now the factor is we got the Excel. What are the other things we need to focus? That's what I'm going to explain you here. The first and foremost is the primary ID. See, there is something called in your initial Excel. Okay, let me take the initial Excel. Okay, it was like SNO. So I'll show you the other sheet. It was SNO. I changed as SID specifically. Why? Because like student ID. So what is student ID? Student ID has to be very unique. It cannot be duplicate. It is not, it has to be a unique number, and that unique number we generally in the table we call as a primary key. Okay. So what is primary key? Primary key is something which is important for a table. So, and that has to be unique. It cannot have duplicate and it will not permit. The system will not permit to have duplicate key on that. So that is going to be an identification for the particular row. So the SID is nothing but a primary key. That's how we generally any Excel you convert into the database or table. You need to have a primary column. What is primary column is nothing but primary key or primary column. It is nothing but a column where the data has to be very unique. It should be a numeric and it should have like starting from, let it start from any number, not a matter. That is doesn't going to impact in any way. Even it can start from 100 also, nothing wrong with that. So in this case, it is starting from 1 and it goes up to whatever the number of rows available. Fine. So that is about this particular primary ID. Okay. And remaining things are same. So nothing special on that. All the data are going to be same. No changes in the data. So now this data I need to copy. I'll just press shift and move on my right arrow till the last column. And similarly, I press down arrow, still the last row. So I'll make Control C. Okay. Then go back to the table. Excel or Google Sheet, which I have created now. Okay. Now, in the second sheet, okay, in the second sheet, which I have renamed by putting prefix as the table name, okay, before the sub update, okay. Now, under this sheet, I need to copy this data, okay. Where I need to copy? I need to copy from column 2, that is from B column. Why? Because there is another column called ESAP master ID, which has to be there. The technical purpose of this ESAP master and ESAP master ID, all those things will I'll explain in the upcoming chapters. Okay. And I don't want to dump you too much on these issues now. Just follow whatever there so that you could complete that easily and you can enjoy whatever the magic has happened. Okay. Because so easily the Excel is been converted into database. Okay, fine. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to Control V, that is paste the data. Okay. So what happens is the eMaster ID is the first column, that the remaining column of the existing Excel is copied here. Okay, fine. So with this, the whole data has come into this particular Google Sheet. Okay. Now the other change. What I need to do, the primary ID should be converted to -1. Why this -1? Again, these are some technical background are there. So need not worry about that one. I'll just change -1 and we will go ahead with that. I'll explain why the -1 and all is used in the future. So if you have trailing ESAP master 1 in the below, you delete those things because we need to have only those records what we need. Okay. If it is going to be blank space, that will create unnecessary complication. Okay. So I'll delete this one. Okay, fine. So that the Google Sheet is perfect. We have created the Google Sheet perfectly. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to delete the existing blank spaces. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll put shift down arrow and page up so that I'll go up to the end and I'll click on this, right click, delete row from 12 to 1000. So whatever the data is there, up to that only the row is there. So when unnecessary blank rows are deleted. Similarly, I'll delete all the blank here also. Whatever the blank columns, that also will be deleted. Okay. Okay. There are only 2 columns that anyhow I'll delete. Delete column Y. Okay. So only the necessary columns are there with the data. Okay. So the remaining things are deleted. Fine. So the Excel is perfectly ready for the upload. Once you upload, you should be able to reach out to the database easily and get updated. Then we can go to the next level. So that's what we are working on that. So now we need to download this Excel. Okay, that's what the next part. So we need to download the Excel. So I'll go to File, Download, Microsoft Excel. So when I click on Microsoft Excel, the file will be downloaded. Okay. Yes. So it has downloaded eCollege ESAP's master update.xlsx. Okay, that's fine. So the file is got downloaded. Now, what is the next part is we need to go back to the application login 2. That is our application. Okay. So I'll go there. Okay. So here I need to get into the dashboard. So by default, I'm in dashboard. Generally, if you click on the dashboard, this Excel part will be open. So I need to upload the Excel here. That's what I'm going to do now. Okay, fine. So that is the work I'm going to do now. Now I'll click on the choose file. So that the downloaded Excel file, I'll be selecting that for uploading. Okay. So I selected the file and click on the upload. Once the click on the file uploaded, okay. So that is done. Now you need to download the result. See, the file has been uploaded. Now you need to download the result, the response, what has happened, whether the file has reached the Excel, the Excel data has reached the server database or not, what happened. So that we need to know. So what I do, I'll click on the download. So the download is file is ready. So it asks for whether to download. Yes, keep. Okay. Once downloaded, you can open and see that download file. So what I can do, there are two ways to see the response. Okay, the easy way to see the response is choose the downloaded file here. Okay, so this is the file we uploaded and this is the response file. So the result is available. So I'll select this one, open. So what it says is a master updated. That means the data has reached the server. Okay, so that is what it's saying. But if you want, you can see the file directly also. You can open I can directly click on here. Okay. So here the API response is showing ESAP master updated. Okay. If you get an error also, Simon, and here you'll get the error. For example, we will try this also. I'll do the one more exercise. Okay. What I'll do, I'll again download, okay, with some improper data. So for example, I'm going to make some invalid data. So placement proof submitted, I say no, blank. I have not given yes or no. So generally it should be a yes or no because it's a enum. The permitted value is either yes or no, correct? So here I am going to say it is simply blank. So nothing is given. Okay. Now we'll see what happens. Okay. So I saved and again I'm going to download it. Download Microsoft Excel. Okay. So the file is downloaded. Now, of course, because it is again downloaded next time, it has come up with this one. Okay. So that I need to change it. So what I'll do, I'll delete this one and I'll make this as 8. So because this is a whatever the 7 is a complete file. Okay. And 8 is a Excel with some improper data. So we are going to, for testing purpose, we are doing this. Okay. Right. So 8 I'll upload. So I'll go back to the application login, choose file, I'll select 8. Okay. Open. Upload. So the file uploaded. Okay. Download. Yes, keep. Okay. Choose file. So now I have to select the 8 result. Okay. So this is the result of the 8. Open. So what it says, placement proof submitted is invalid value. That means it says whatever the value you have given is invalid. You need to give a correct value. That's what. So Excel with the improper data, the system will not permit. So it is a full proof. It checks all the possibilities of error and it permit the data to get into the database. So just like that, you cannot upload the Excel. That's what I'm trying to make it clear. So with this, we have seen how to take an Excel into the database. Now, I want to see whether the data has really reached the server. How to do that one? Okay. So let me go back to the users, execute SQL. Okay. Now I'm going to type and see whether I have all the data has reached the server. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll go back to ChatGPT. Okay. So, and I'll check with ChatGPT and I'll get the query from ChatGPT. Okay. That's what I'm going to do now. Okay. So that you'll also learn how to do that. I'm going to request ChatGPT to list the data of a student follow. Okay. So I need query to list student follow. So it has given the query. So what it says, select a good. Okay. So it has given the detail. Let me, very simple. I need to copy this one. Just copy this one. Go back to the application. Execute SQL is here. Paste it. Okay. Execute SQL. So you got the result. So where is the result? The result is here. So SID, roll number, everything is available. Now it is not convenient for me to look into JSON type. So I need it like Excel. Okay. Very simple. Download as Excel. So you get the export as Excel. Keep. Okay. So I can go directly open this. So I got the data. So the SID is auto-generated, roll number, all these details has been uploaded successfully and you have the data ready in hand. Likewise, you can add any number of data into the database. And now in the next video, I'm going to show you how to scrutinize, get more reports from the database. Okay, fine.